in color, the continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neal as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord.
Special delivery to a law office in Peyton Place from the Blaine Detective Agency, New York City, New York. An envelope mailed at the request of Leslie Harrington, who asked that his name not be used. Contents: a copy of their report into the alleged immoral activities of Betty Anderson during the week she spent some 2 years ago in New York. To a detective agency, it is a routine service to a former client. They have no way of knowing that Betty Anderson is now Mrs. Stephen Cord.
He just came off the Clarion wire. Jack Forrest is Jack Chandler. They're one and the same man. There can't be any doubt about it.
He was doing time as Forrest when this was taken.
For criminal assault. I mean, how much more proof do you need, Steve?
I think we've got enough to see that Chandler's brought in for questioning. I'll take this to the assistant DA.
When?
This afternoon.
Good. How much time do you think it'll take before we get into action?
Well, I'm sure they'll pick him up immediately, but they may not be able to hold him. They may need something more substantial. Thank you, Mrs. Nolan.
Oh, boy. Boy, my head is splitting.
Can I get you something?
No. You know, the closer we get to Chandler, the closer we come to finding out, don't we?
Look, Elliot, let's not assume anything. Allison could have escaped with nothing worse than a bad scare. Very possible.
And I've always thought of Chandler's confession as being an end to this nightmare. Somehow, until now, I've never thought of it as a finality that I'd have to accept.
Connie know you're coming here?
Yeah, told her. I also told her the fact that Chandler dropped his assault charge against me was a mixed blessing.
Mixed? Looks like a blessing, period, from here.
Why do you suppose he dropped the charges anyway? Because he didn't want to go into a courtroom. He doesn't want to be pried open. And he certainly doesn't want to face your interrogation.
Look, it's better this way. We're the aggressors.
What's that you got anyway? Something to do with tomorrow night's big doings?
Some New York outfit. What big doings?
Oh, boy. Don't act so innocent. The cat's out of the bag. My sources at the courthouse have Judge Chester rehearsing a speech announcing your appointment as interim district attorney. My congratulations.
Thank you. Did your sources say where all this is going to take place?
Oh, they're very thorough. At a small but very exclusive dinner party hosted by your grandfather in your honor. I've been invited myself in my professional capacity. I hope I haven't told you anything that you shouldn't know. Because you surprise very convincingly. Another question to ask you. I mean, I don't want to ask anybody anything right now anyway, but I'm a working newspaper man, so do you have any comment to make on all this political stuff?
No.
And, Betty must be pretty proud of you. It can be a great political asset to have a pretty wife. Why don't you call her and let me ask her what her reaction is?
No, Elliot, you'll have to excuse me. I've got a busy day. My calendar's crammed full with appointments.
Well, don't let get you too busy to forget your promise. To go down to the DA and have him issue a warrant for Jack Chandler.
No, I have it in mind.
Okay. See you, Steve.
Miss Nolan, would you step in, please, for a moment? Would you, call the airport and see if you can book me on a 2 p.m. flight to New York? I'll probably be back tonight.
But your appointment's for today.
Well, they'll have to be canceled, obviously. But not before you make my reservation.
Yes, Mr. Cord. Will you be going home first to change?
No, I'll leave from here.
Yes, sir.
Rita?
Hello.
Hi.
Rachel, who is it? It's Dr. Rossi, Rita.
May I come in?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
It's all right.
Well, I didn't know you stopped by here to help out.
Just until Rita's mother comes.
Oh. Well, it smells good. Huh?
Her mother made it.
Well, it still smells good.
Rita's in the bedroom.
Oh, hello, Rita.
Were we expecting you?
Well, it's just kind of a sneak attack, really. Just to make sure you were following my orders.
With all the top sergeants around here, there's not much else I can do.
Yeah, I guess not. Well, how are you feeling?
Stuffed. Rachel's as bad as Mom. They both think the road to recovery is paved
Yeah.
with food.
I didn't know she was here helping you. How long she been coming here?
Oh, just off and on. Any reason she shouldn't? I said any reason she shouldn't?
Well, now, you just pay attention to your do's and your don'ts, and you'll be getting out of here pretty soon.
Well, as one of the don'ts, Rachel, would you rather she didn't stay here and help out?
Make sure that you take your medicine on schedule, and I'll come back in from time to time. See you?
Why are you upset with Rachel?
Eat your lunch.
How is she?
Improving.
And you?
What?
Are you improving too?
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, you didn't seem very pleased to see me here.
That's right, I wasn't.
Well, I thought maybe you'd gotten over it.
You were wrong.
Why didn't you tell Rita why you're angry with me?
Oh, so now you've added eavesdropping to your little bag of tricks, huh?
The door was open.
Well, it doesn't concern her.
Does it concern me?
Look, I'm not angry.
Just disappointed.
Well, just try fed up.
Why? Because you think I'm trying to defy you by staying with Mr. and Mrs. Carson?
Oh, so that's why you're staying, huh? To defy me.
No, but that's the way you're acting.
Well, you're wrong again.
Think I'm doing things just to annoy you.
Now, look. I've tried to tell you why I thought it was important for you to leave.
For my own good.
Yes, and everyone else's.
I know why you want me to go away.
Chandler.
No, not Chandler. Not
Yes, that's
Chandler.
why.
No.
He wants you. That's why. He'll step on anyone to get to you. Carson or Rita or anyone that tries to be your friend.
Are you my friend?
Look, don't you realize, doesn't it even matter to you what you're doing to people that care for you?
Why can't you say it?
Look, you're spoiled. You're spiteful.
I can say it if you can't.
You're an ungrateful child.
I love you.
I haven't much time, Grandfather. I've got to get back to work.
Well, thanks for coming with me. Rodney, I trust you received your invitation to the birthday party I'm giving for Stephen?
Bingo.
And you're phoning in your regrets.
You're right again.
I shanghaied you to try to change your mind.
You're wasting your gas, Grandfather.
Rodney, Stephen has a lot to live down.
So do most of the people in the world.
Most of the people aren't aiming at a political career.
So those rumors are true that have been floating up and down the wharf. Huh?
The unfortunate circumstances of Stephen's birth could damage that career. On the other hand, they could be turned to an advantage.
Well, you're just the man who can do it.
I need your help.
Well, then let me drop a couple of dollars into his campaign chest, all right?
Oh, Rodney, don't be deliberately naive. Your absence from that party will just remind people of the rift in the family.
They don't need me to remind them.
Jealous
Of Stephen?
of his ambition and drive.
Hate to disappoint your grandfather, but I wish him luck. Suppose I can write that on the back of a birthday card.
Because if you said it face to face, it wouldn't sound convincing.
Stephen and I don't like each other, but we have an edge. We admit it.
Rodney, we're a family. There's nothing more important than keeping it together.
You know, my father has sung that same song for every underhanded thing he's ever done in his whole life.
He's coming.
Well, then he's a bigger hypocrite than I thought.
Bigger than me.
Well, you do everything on a large scale.
Then your answer is no.
It was the last time I looked.
Give me my briefcase. I won't be long, Rodney.
I thought we'd already exhausted this conversation.
Ah, Betty. Did you give Stephen my message?
He's gone to New York.
Rather sudden, wasn't it?
He has a great deal to do these days, Mr. Peyton, thanks to you.
Yes, of course. Betty, Rodney isn't planning to attend the birthday party I'm giving for Stephen. I've done the best I could. Perhaps you could be more persuasive.
Excuse me.
Forget it. Betty. What's wrong?
Well, Stephen might find out about that report. It could be used against him to hurt him.
You mean he doesn't know about it?
I'm not sure.
Betty, you better tell him before he finds out.
Rod, how can I?
Do you want him to read it? You want those cold, black words to hit him in the face? Now, you know Stephen.
That didn't happen to you.
Well, no, but
Well, why not?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you're not like Stephen.
Betty, you tell him. You tell him as soon as he gets here, as soon as you talk to him, whether he's found out about it or not.
Rod, come to Stephen's party.
Look, I've already been all through that with my grandfather.
Please, I need someone there.
Not me. Anyone but me.
You. I need you there. Rod, please.
All right. All right, I'll be there.